Thank you for watching my channel and subscribing to it. Today I will discuss the judgment delivered by Justice Hrishikesh Roy in Riya Chakrabarti versus State of Bihar, which is popularly known as the transfer of investigation in Sushant Singh Rajput's case. In my opinion, it is a very balanced judgment, and the idea through this video is to discuss on the different aspects of the judgment. The transfer petition, as we all know, was filed by Riya Chakrabarti under section 406 of CRPC for transfer of FIR from Patna to Mumbai. The matter relates to unnatural death of actor Sushant Singh Rajput on 14th June 2020 at his residence at Mumbai, which is primarily under the jurisdiction of Bandra police station. The unnatural death of the actor was reported under section 174 CRPC. Now, the actress was represented by Shri Shyam Devan sir, and she says that she was in a live-in relationship with Sushant Singh Rajput, but had moved out of the residence to her own residence about a week back, and she had contended that Mumbai police was competent enough to undertake the investigation of FIR which was lodged in Bihar, and she says that the incidents that were alleged in the FIR have taken place entirely within the jurisdiction of state of Maharashtra. Therefore, the complaint should have been forwarded to Mumbai for further investigation. And it was also submitted that mere factum of complainant being a resident of Patna does not confer jurisdiction on Bihar police, and that Bihar police lacked jurisdiction, and therefore Bihar government's consent to investigation by CBI would not amount to lawful consent under section 6 of Delhi Special Police Act 1946. Now, State of Bihar was represented by Maninder Singh sir, who submitted that since it was a cognizable offence, therefore it was incumbent for Patna police to register the case. There are allegations of criminal breach of trust, cheating, transfer of money from the account of deceased. The consequences of the offence are projected to be within the jurisdiction of Bihar. And he also submitted that since Mumbai police was conducting inquiry into unnatural death of the actor under section 174 CRPC, so it did not empower Mumbai police to undertake any investigation on the complaint lodged in Bihar. The fact that the superintendent of police was detained in quarantine was an evidence of non-cooperation and obstruction of justice by Mumbai police. However, since FIR was not registered in Mumbai, it was registered in Bihar. Therefore, the consent of Bihar government satisfied the requirement under section 6 of Delhi Special Police Act. And because of this, also the fact that Riya Chakrabarti had herself asked for CBI investigation, the transfer petition had become infructuous. Now, Sushant Singh Rajput's father was represented by Vikas Singh sir, who contended that investigation by Mumbai police under section 174 CRPC was not on the father's allegations, and therefore the investigations into allegations by Bihar police was justified. And when misappropriation was alleged, since the father is class 1 heir of the deceased, the action of Patna police is within jurisdiction under section 179 read with section 181(4) of CRPC, which speaks of consequences ensuing at another place. Now, state of Maharashtra was represented by Dr. Singhvi sir, and he contended that police registered an accidental death report or an ADR and commenced inquiry under section 174 of CRPC to ascertain cause of death and whether death was as a result of criminal act committed by some other person. Now, police had recorded statements of some 56 people, and they had relied on evidences such as post-mortem report, forensic report, etc. There could have been an alternative of zero FIR, and the transfer of the investigation to Mumbai police could have taken place. And if the registration of complaint in another case is permitted, then this will enable a person to choose investigating authority and will obstruct exercise of lawful jurisdiction by the local police. It was also submitted that the allegations were never mentioned in the statement and projected as an afterthought or an improvement. And also, under the federal setup, the states have exclusive power to investigate a crime, and crime cannot be routinely transferred to central agency except in extraordinary exigencies. Now, learned Solicitor General Shri Tushar Mehta sir represented Union of India, and he also submitted the same thing, whereas he said that the Maharashtra police did not register any FIR and is conducting a limited inquiry under section 174 of CRPC into unnatural death of actor. he submitted that since both states' polices were alleging that each was influenced by external factors, it was important that an independent central agency comes and investigates. And since there was also an ED involvement in the matter, therefore it was best that CBI took the investigation. Now, under the federal design envisaged by the Constitution, police is a state subject under list 2 of 7th schedule of the Constitution, and investigation should be done where the complaint is registered. Entrustment of investigation to CBI helps in avoiding multiple authorities, transgressing into others' domain. And this transfer of investigation to CBI cannot be routinely, it cannot be a routine occurrence, but it is only in exceptional circumstances that something like this happens. So, at this stage, the Honorable Court then comes up with 4 very important core issues that arose in this matter. One, whether this court had powers to transfer investigation, not case or an appeal, but investigation under 406. Whether the proceedings under section 174 CRPC conducted by Mumbai police to inquire into unnatural death can be termed as an investigation. Whether it was within the jurisdiction of the Patna police to register the FIR and commence investigation of the alleged incidents which took place in Mumbai. As a corollary also, what is the status of investigation by the CBI on the consent which was given by Bihar government? And lastly, what is the scope of the power of a single judge exercising jurisdiction under section 406 of CRPC, and whether the Supreme Court can issue direction for doing complete justice in exercise of plenary power. To begin with, section 406 of CRPC empowers Supreme Court to transfer cases in appeal. Transfer plea is granted where the court believes that trial may be prejudiced and fair and impartial proceedings cannot be carried on. But it cannot transfer investigation as was held in Ramchandra Singh versus State of Tamil Nadu. Now, as far as scope of section 174 is concerned, it is limited to inquiry carried out by the police to find apparent cause of unnatural death. This is not the investigation as carried out after filing of FIR under section 154 CRPC, and Manoj Sharma versus State of Chhattisgarh is a case which is cited. Now, the FIR is yet to be registered by Mumbai police, and no suitable determination was made in terms of section 175 subclause 2 of CRPC. With regards to registration of FIR by Bihar police, the Honorable Court held that when information regarding cognizable offence is received by the police, it is mandatory in light of Lalita Kumari to register the FIR, and therefore it is important that the moment information is received, an FIR is registered. The Honorable Court also reiterated the interpretation of section 177 and 178 CRPC, citing the Satwinder Kaur judgment, where it was very clearly stated that section 177 provides for ordinary place of inquiry or trial, and section 178 provides for place of inquiry or trial when it is uncertain in which of the several areas of an offence was committed. Also, there was a case which was cited where it was held that cause of action is typically used in civil cases, whereas in criminal cases reference is made to the local jurisdiction where the offence is committed. So, it was also observed that a police officer cannot refrain from investigating a matter on territorial ground, and issue can be decided after the conclusion of the investigation happens. Therefore, it was held that Patna police committed no illegality in registering the complaint. At the stage of investigation, they were not required to transfer FIR to Mumbai police. Now, the Honorable Court also said that since the transactions took place under the jurisdiction of Mumbai police, therefore, should a case be registered also at Mumbai as per section 6 of the DSPA Act, consent for investigation by CBI has to be given by Maharashtra government. Also, if commission of cognizable offence under section 175(2) is determined, the possibility of parallel investigation by Mumbai police cannot be ruled out. So, it could be appropriate if the latter case too gets investigated by the same agency. The court gave this order to CBI in order to avoid the rigours of section 6 that would require consent from state of Maharashtra. Now, on the law relating to whether CBI can conduct investigation only upon the consent of the concerned state as mandated under Section 6, powers of constitutional courts are unfettered by statutory restrictions of the DSPA Act. The Honorable Court invoked powers under Article 142 of Constitution that in case any new case is registered in the death of actor Sushant Singh Rajput and surrounding circumstances of his unnatural death, the CBI is directed to investigate the new case as well. This was primarily done to put quietus to the acrimonious relationship between the two state police and to make the ends of justice meet for the father, family and fans of the very talented actor Sushant Singh Rajput. I hope you found the discussion that I have done interesting, and do like my video, share it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and participate for more discussions on latest case laws. You can write to me or leave your comment in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Thank you.